Okay folks, so in the last episode we did some optional content and we also crafted some stuff now that we've got Barkas and his engineering for the Countess as well, including a jukebox. So today we're going to continue on with the story, which means that we're going to go ahead and select N2 as our next destination, and that's going to keep us on the Countess for a bit while we go ahead and select some of the private actions. And loading screen. So we're going to get some cutscenes. I'm going to be quiet through the cutscenes, gives me a chance to enjoy my drink. Okay, not the longest cutscene in the world, it's got to be honest with you. So we're going to go first of all and speak to Raimi now that we're in space. And this is pretty much going to be a standard when we begin private actions on our way to a new destination. Raimi is usually going to be the first. Okay, end of the first private action, and there is quite a bit of dialogue, unfortunately, throughout a lot of the private actions in this game. So we're going to head out, and now we're going to have a choice. We can only do one of the next two private actions. The first is to speak to Barkas, which increases the affinity rating of Barkas and Edge. Alternatively, we can actually go up into the bedrooms, and in one of these rooms, we should find, there we go, in this one, Phase and Limmel, and we can actually speak to them and increase affinity with both of these characters with Edge. But as I say, you can only choose the one with Barkas or the one with these two. I'm going to pick these two while we're here, but obviously you can make a different choice if so desired. So I'll have to actually speak to Limmel to kick this one off. Okay, so next up then we've got a little bit of a more exciting private action. Not really that much exciting, but hey, there we go. From the recreation room, we're going to head into the meeting room. And you might remember this place. We had a private action here before with FaZe, and we got another one.
Your swordsmanship's gotten a heck of a lot better, FaZe. Maybe that's why I suddenly feel like I'm itching for some action.
In that case, may I trouble you for a match?
Just the words I wanted to hear. Is a single match all right?
Yes. Very well. On guard!
Now this is interesting because we're going to have a solo battle with FaZe, and you can't die here, so don't worry. But you can still win the fight, or you can lose the fight. I actually recommend losing the fight, and the reason for that is if you win the fight, then both FaZe and Edge, the affinity goes up. But if you lose the fight, then that still increases their affinity, but you actually also increase FaZe and Limmel's relationship. So it's actually better to lose and to let FaZe win. The only problem is I should probably have turned off the HP skill boost, because this could take a while, unfortunately. So a little tip for you, if you have got that equipped on Edge and you do want to lose this fight, then you might want to disable that. That took a while. Edge was pretty much built like a tank, to be honest with you, because of all the skill leveling I've been doing with him.
I guess that last swing was a little too wide. Oh well, I guess I lose.
No, I don't think it's that cut and dried, actually.
FaZe?
I mean, just look at me. My knees are shaking from the pressure of fighting you. It feels like I won the match, but not the duel, if that makes any sense. It would seem that polishing one's technique alone isn't enough. I've learned yet another thing from you today. Thank you so much, Edge.
I always thought it was the loser that was supposed to learn something in fights like this.
So that's the private action completed at this point. And once we speak to Barkas, we actually cut off. Well, when we speak to Barkas, we get a private action, but by doing so, we cut off another private action, which we might want to watch. Now, the problem with the private action that we don't have to get to see is that it does actually lower Raimi's affinity with Edge. But I do want to show it to you anyway, because it's quite... well, it's a one-of-a-kind private action, really. So what I'm going to do is save my game. We'll go and watch that private action, and then, even though it's going to lower our affinity, I can reload the game at that point. So just remember, as soon as you spoke to Barkas and got his private action going, then the one I do want to show you now is not available. So we're going to go to the rooms here, and go to the very end room.
Just a cat, huh?
Meow, meow, meow.
But, you know what? We don't have any cats! Hold it, you perv! I'm not letting you get away with this!
Meow, meow, meow!
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm going to reload the save file now, and we'll not do that private action so that our affinity won't be affected. Right, so back in the crew quarters area, we're going to head into Barkas' room on this occasion. And this will be a more traditional private action for us to go through here. Okay, right then. So next up, we're going to head back to the meeting room area. And our next private action will be awaiting us. So we're nearly done now, just got a few more to get through, but we're over halfway. And it looks like Raimi is in here waiting for us.
Sorry, I still don't get it. How are those glasses any different from your old ones?
A real man notices the subtle changes in a girl's couture choices. Come on over here, take a nice close look.
You're kidding, right? They haven't changed at all.
Well,
Ah!
nice. Well played. How about it, Phasarino? Can you tell?
Just a moment. Let me take a closer look.
Boo. What? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Just suddenly jumping out like that?
What are you doing over here?
What are you doing over here?
Could this be the first signs of LOVE? Show Auntie Welch some more.
Okay. So we can actually access the item creation terminal for another cutscene, though this isn't a private action.
Is there something the matter, Master?
What exactly do you think you're doing?
Cute, don't you think? It's a Victorian maid outfit. I found it in some historical literature.
Literature?
Yep. I was flipping through some history books, and apparently men love being addressed as Master. Well, did you?
Hold on. I'm not sure I really get this. Why would men enjoy being called Master?
I don't know. They're really old books. Okay, how about I try this? Yeah! Tra-la-la, I love you, big brother.
Huh?
Well, are you smitten? Did you enjoy that?
Okay, I'm getting more and more confused here. Big brother? I don't even have a little sister.
Take a good look here. I'm not just the little sister type. I have glasses on. Glasses!
Is that supposed to mean something?
I don't know.
What were people thinking back then? What were they trying to leave future generations with literature like that?
Beats the heck out of me. That was a long time ago. Well, anyway, what's important to us is the here and now. We do live in the present, after all.
True. Let's not get hung up on the past. Live in the moment.
Reflection is at times necessary. There are always new discoveries to be made by studying history. People's behavior accumulates and thus becomes history. It is our responsibility to pass that on to the future. Yes, as the witnesses to that history.
Anyway, let's get back to that item creation.
Aye, aye, sir!
Yeah, there are some aspects of this game that we just won't talk about publicly. Anyway, there's another optional cutscene we can go ahead and kick off. Again, not a private action, but for the sake of completion, I'll show it to you. And we need to speak to Raimi for this. And I believe it's just some dialogue more than anything else. So basically she's telling us how she's naming our plants for us now. But for the actual private action that we need to do, we need to go downstairs and speak to Limmel.
If you're tired, Lim, shouldn't you sleep in your room? What's wrong?
Edgy. I want to take nappy time with you, okay?
Huh?
Grandpa would always take nappy time with me, okay? When I'm alone, I feel so lonely.
What in the world am I doing, hiding like this?
Limmel, you're a big girl now. Go to your own room, okay? She's out cold.
What are you doing? Hey. Keep it down, FaZe. I'm taking nappy time, Kay?
If you're tired, you really should sleep in your own room. It's unfair to Edge.
It's none of your beeswax, FaZe. I want to take nappy time with Edgy.
You really are a baby, aren't you, Limmel?
I'm not a baby, Kay.
I'd call a girl your age who can't sleep by herself quite a baby indeed.
FaZe, you big dummy. Fine. I'll sleep alone, Kay.
If you'll excuse me.
What's up with those two, anyway?
Only good friends can fight like that.
And what does that mean?
Okie dokie. Right, so next up then, we've got Barkas. And we are very nearly close to being done now, guys. So if you spoke to Barkas earlier, when I spoke to Limmel and FaZe, you'll actually get a slightly different scene here. But we didn't, so we're going to have the original scene play out at this point. So, interestingly, this is chess, of course. But it seems that Edge isn't aware of it, but Barkas is. Okay, so it was a chess-like game anyway. Right then, so as I say, if you did speak to Barkas earlier, then you get to have another scene there with Barkas that we didn't get to see, unfortunately. But for now, what we're going to do is head upstairs and enter the room with the battle simulator in. And this is going to be the final private action now, and we need to speak to Raimi. So we've got two choices here. I said I'd take you to one of those stars to the first choice, and I said I'd marry you is the second. Now, if we choose the first one, then Edge's affinity with Raimi goes up by 3, and hers of Edge goes up by 1, and the reverse is true if we select the second option here. But we need to select the first option because this is going to give us an additional private action later on. So we're going to go ahead and select, I said I'd take you to one of those stars. And I believe at the end of this private action, we're going to kick off the rest of the journey. Or something exciting is going to happen anyway, I should say. Right, okay, so I thought we was going to get the cutscene then, but we do need to actually go into the flight deck first. So I'm going to go ahead and save. Something seems to be going down then. N2 was our destination. Let's see what's happened, shall we? And where we've ended up.
There's a gravitational anomaly ahead. It looks like... Oh, no, this can't be right. At this strength, it's a black hole.
The current situation is everything, Mr. Phase. Allow me, then, to explain the phenomenon of black holes appearing in deep space, along with my own theories about them.
Sorry, Barkas, but save the lecture for another time. We have to concentrate on getting out of here. Raimi!
Give me 30 seconds. I'm inputting the gravity changes for emergency warp.
Edge, look!
It's really black and smoky.
Is that the black hole?
I've lost control of the Calnus!
Raimi!
Too late! We won't make it!
We survived. Is everyone okay?
Yes, I think. That was fun. It was all zap, boom, Kay?
What are we going to do with you, Lemmel?
We were definitely caught in the black hole. Did we escape from its event horizon, then? No, I'm afraid that would be impossible. Perhaps it just happened to be a black hole with an ergosphere? I suppose one might call it an escape through a type of wormhole. In any event, the fact that we escaped at all can only be called a miracle.
Impossible.
No, I'm certain my analysis is correct.
No way.
Miss Raimi, you doubt me as well?
This is...
Our homeworld? Is this Earth? Are we sure then?
Yes, the results are the same every time I check. The stellar coordinates are an almost perfect match. There's no question that this planet is Earth.
I see.
What's wrong? This is Edgy and Ray Ray's home, isn't it? But both of them don't look very happy about it.
I don't think it's so much unhappiness as it is bewilderment.
Indeed. Arriving at one's home planet under such strange circumstances would put anyone ill at ease.
That's not the whole problem.
There are subtle discrepancies between this Earth and ours.
This isn't the most flattering part of our planet's history, but a little before Raimi and I were born, the worst war in all of Earth's history occurred. The result was that the surface of the planet became terribly contaminated, and humans had no choice but to go deep underground. It's been the same situation ever since we were born. The polluted environment still hasn't improved. Of course, that was the very reason we looked to space.
But there are no traces of pollution on the surface of this planet. Well, it's not quite accurate to say none at all, but it's still an environment in which humans could live. It's almost like the war that nearly destroyed our planet never even happened.
Indeed. The fact that something you took for granted suddenly no longer applies is somewhat troubling.
And there's another thing. The organization we belong to, the USTA, I can't get through to headquarters.
Mysterious issues all. Something unexpected may have happened here in your absence.
What is it, Lim?
Everyone stop standing around and being all weird, Kay. Let's go out. I want to see Edgy and Ray Ray's home.
What? You see, Lemel.
All right.
Edge?
The air outside seems breathable. I'm going out there to take a look. See if we can't find someone.
In that case, I shall join you.
And I as well. As a scientist, I am intrigued.
Me too.
Limmel, you stay and watch the ship with Raimi, okay? Raimi, take care of Limmel while we're out.
Gotcha. Hey! Don't do anything stupid, Edge.
Don't worry, I'll make certain of it.
Yes, you may count on me too.
Why are the two of you answering for me?
I guess I won't have to worry if Faze and Barkas are with you.
Right then, so quite an exciting change of events there. We've actually made our way to Earth somehow through the black holes anomaly and however that happened. But here we are, so we're going to have to start exploring the abandoned town, and we're going to begin that in the next episode since this one's starting to go on a bit. So thanks for stopping by today, folks. Please don't forget to check back soon, and we'll hopefully have more Star Ocean for you then. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, and that will just keep you notified. If you hit the bell icon, if you haven't already, next to the subscribe button, you'll be notified anyway of when new episodes do become available. But that's it for today, guys, so thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.